What does it mean to be free? Most of us think of freedom as the absence of chains, the right to choose, the ability to do whatever we want. But for Friedrich Nietzsche, freedom was not so simple. He believed freedom was not a gift, but a burden, not something that makes life easier, but something that makes life infinitely heavier. To be free is to live without excuses, to stand alone without the comfort of old gods, unquestioned traditions or ready-made values. And so, Nietzsche asked, do you really want to be free, or do you just want to be comfortable? This is the weight of freedom, and it is Nietzsche's challenge to humanity. Nietzsche looked at the modern world and saw a crisis emerging. We had killed our gods, abandoned our certainties, and stripped away illusions. He called it the death of God. But the death of God was not a triumph. It was a problem. Because when we remove the highest authority, when we declare that everything is permitted, what do we do with such freedom? Freedom without direction can feel like falling into an abyss. If there is no ultimate truth, no divine law, no universal morality, then the responsibility to create meaning falls entirely on you. And here lies the paradox. Most people say they want freedom, but when it is given to them, they run back to chains. We invent new idols, politics, ideologies, consumerism, distractions, to avoid the terrifying burden of being free. For Nietzsche, this was the greatest danger of the modern world, not tyranny, but the escape from freedom. True freedom is not doing whatever you desire. It is the courage to take responsibility for your own existence. Nietzsche saw that without responsibility, freedom collapses into chaos, into nihilism, the belief that nothing matters. But with responsibility, freedom becomes creation. It becomes the raw material for shaping your destiny. Imagine carrying a great weight on your shoulders. That is freedom. It demands that you answer the most difficult questions. 1. What values will you live by? 2. What meaning will you create? 3. Who will you become? No God, no system, no tradition can answer for you. The burden is yours alone. That is why Nietzsche described freedom as both terrifying and glorious. Nietzsche believed that humanity stands at a crossroads. On one side is the last man, a creature of comfort, avoiding struggle, rejecting risk, satisfied with entertainment, safety, and mediocrity. The last man says, "We have invented happiness." But it is an empty happiness, bought at the cost of greatness. On the other side is Nietzsche's vision of the Übermensch, the Overman, not a tyrant or a ruler, but a creator of values, a human being who carries the weight of freedom, who accepts the death of old certainties and forges new meaning out of chaos. The Übermensch does not ask, "What is the meaning of life?" He declares, "This is the meaning I create." The last man escapes freedom. The Overman embraces it. This is Nietzsche's challenge to humanity. Will we shrink into the comfort of the last man or rise to the creation of the Overman? To test the weight of freedom, Nietzsche offered a thought experiment: the eternal return. Imagine a demon whispering to you, "This life, exactly as you are living it, with every pain and every joy, will repeat again and again for all eternity." Would you collapse in despair at the thought? Or would you embrace it as the greatest affirmation of life? The eternal return is not about time. It is about attitude. It asks, can you live in such a way that you would gladly live this same life over and over again forever? Only the one who embraces the weight of freedom can say yes. Yes to every mistake. Yes to every struggle. Yes to every moment of existence. That yes is the voice of true freedom. Nietzsche's challenge is not just philosophical, it is deeply personal. He is asking each of us, will you accept the weight of freedom, or will you hide behind illusions? Because freedom is not just about rejecting authority, it is about becoming an authority. It is about taking the raw chaos of life and shaping it into something beautiful, something powerful, something that reflects your will. This is why Nietzsche admired great artists, poets, and thinkers. They show us that freedom is not passive, it is creation. To be free is to become an artist of your own existence. So here we are, more than a century after Nietzsche. The world has only grown more chaotic, more uncertain. The old gods are still dead. The weight of freedom is heavier than ever. And the challenge remains. What will you do with your freedom? Will you sink into distraction, comfort, and mediocrity, becoming the last man? Or will you rise to the challenge, embracing struggle, creating meaning, becoming the Overman? Freedom will not save you. It will not protect you. It will not comfort you. Freedom will break you down, strip away your illusions, and force you to stand alone. But if you can bear that weight, if you can carry it with strength and courage, then freedom will not destroy you. It will transform you. Because in the end, Nietzsche believed this. The heaviest burden is also the greatest gift. The weight of freedom is what makes us human. So I leave you with Nietzsche's challenge. Live in such a way that you would welcome the eternal return. Live in such a way that freedom does not crush you, but elevates you. Live in such a way that you become who you truly are. This is the weight of freedom. This is Nietzsche's challenge to humanity. And this challenge is not just for philosophers, but for you here now. So ask yourself, are you willing to carry the burden? Are you willing to pay the price of freedom? Are you ready to live as though your life is your own creation? Because only then, Nietzsche says, do you become truly free.